Centers are overpowered in NBA 2K24. I played a rec tournament and I was dominating the opposing team with drop steps, finding a way to get my own rebound and just going back up. I simply had my way on the rebounds. I was literally unstoppable. 7 threes, 7 twos, and 7 ones are going to take over the game, but this was a 7-2 build. We won this game to ultimately give me a logo, so I figured I gotta give you guys the build. We're gonna go 7'2", 243 pounds with an 8-foot wingspan. Then for the close shot section, we're gonna go with an 86 close shot, a 64 driving layup, and that 90 standing dunk, followed up with a 58 post control. I put my free throw up, that way I can knock down free throws in the current rec tournament that I was using this build on. And then we had an 86 pass accuracy. That ball handle went up with the pass accuracy. Trust me, I don't need a 51 ball handle, but I'm not gonna mind it. And then we get that 91 block, that 99 O board, as well as a 72 interior with a 60 steal. Then our physicals, they're looking pretty good. 55 speed, 46 excel, 75 strength, and 70 vertical. Now, you guys may be like, whoa, 55 speed is pretty slow. Acceleration does not matter when you don't have the ball in your hand, but we are 7'2". That 55 speed, if you ever watch NBA 2K Labs or any of those websites, that's equivalent to somebody that's 6'11" with a 70 speed because of my build's actual height and the leg length. I'm moving at essentially the same speed. Now, one thing I've noticed, a lot of these YouTubers who are uploading their builds, they're not really talking about changes they would make and their reason for making the specific build. This build was made for a meta that we played at Community Day when I played the game early. Nobody could shoot the ball. I needed to prioritize getting offensive rebounds if my teammates were missing. But I do like going 99 offensive rebound because if you think about it from a center's mindset, on defense, you should already be between your man and the rim. You don't need a 99 rebound to grab that rebound. But on offense, you're slipping into a guy who's probably going to have position, so you want to be able to get a Superman animation. You want to get those fluky rebound animations on offense. Next, 72 interior defense, that is kind of low, as well as that 75 strength. This is where you could lower the pass accuracy all the way down to a 75, where you get that default Ja Morant pass animation, and you're still going to have some pretty good bullet velocity on your passes, and you can up those categories. But this build was specifically made for the rec. I wanted to grab that rebound. I wanted that gold deep outlet passer. I wanted to be able to just heave the ball down the court as quick as possible and get on the break so we could find points. But that is the one adjustment I would make to this build. Let's go ahead and roll into the gameplay. One thing I've done really well lately, I feel like on my YouTube channel, is jumping right into the video and giving you guys the build and the gameplay and not wasting much time. So do your boy a favor, man. Hit that like button for me, man. If you guys have been enjoying the videos, stay tuned. We got a bunch more coming. We got lockdowns coming. We got stretches coming. We have tons of stuff coming. Pause. Pause. My bad. That was a lot of coming, but you know what I mean, man. So let's go ahead and talk some more about my game experience on NBA 2K24 at Community Day. I started off with a 7'1" inside. I had a lot of strength and a lot of interior defense on that build, and I went up against a 7'3" that was maxed out strength, maxed out post control. He had like a 92 or a 90 standing dunk, and I was able to get stops. But I also felt like I was way too short in contesting his layups. That was definitely something that felt different. As you can see right here, I'm going to go up and get my own board and simply just put it back in. I was not able to do that on my 7'1" offensively as well. So that is why I changed my height to 7'2". The 7'1" just felt like it was good, but it wasn't quite what I wanted from an inside build, especially at Community Day when I knew nobody was going to shoot, and if I won the paint battle, I was going to win the game. And by the way, in this game, I got 22 points and 20 rebounds. For those that say this build is not viable, I understand if you guys are playing with randoms and things like that, you're not going to find a way to like actually space the floor and play things like zone. So you're going to want a little bit more speed in your build, but I knew I was going to be able to get my rotations and rotate good enough to get stops in the paint, and that was my main focus when making this build. And honestly, I am going to be using this build in the rec because I felt like it was very good for rep. I'm getting deep outlet passes. They're going to help me rep up really quick. I have enough defense in the paint to get stops. I have a good free throw, so I'm also getting teammate grade for that. And, you know, I'm going to be able to get that box out like right there, the 7'3" max weight. He was able to warm me, but I was able to hold my box out so my teammate could grab the rebound. Rebounding doesn't always have to be a one-on-one battle. Your power forward can come down and grab that rebound for you as you're holding off other people from getting the rebound. Now let's go ahead and talk about my thoughts on park builds versus rec builds. Do I think a 7-2 is going to be viable in the park? No. I think I would be way too slow to be able to hedge and recover. This is going to be a year where it's going to be pick and roll basketball. And in the park, your center is going to be involved in the pick and roll with your lockdown. So that means you're going to have to be able to move on your feet. In the rec, I'm able to hide. I'm able to guard the corner and slip and play the paint on rolls, slips, all those things. So I don't really have to cover much floor. I only have to cover essentially that dead zone between the corner and the box. That's it. But in the park, yes, this build is way too slow to go to the park. Do I recommend a 6'8" in the park at center? I think that's going to be too short this year. I sat down with one of the developers. His name is Wolf. He was in the NBA 2K League. He's a major reason on why this game is going to be such a defensive game. This is his first year as a dev, and he's made a major impact already with things like the 94 feet badge and movable enforcer. All the new defensive badges were a touch from Wolf. Also, interior defense was a touch from Wolf. Now, in this gameplay, I feel like the rec game that we were playing was on rookie. A lot of the times I would notice that I'm getting a good contest, but the layup was still greenable by the offensive player. So if I didn't block it, they were still going to make it. I did have times where I was able to throw him into a body up animation and he wasn't able to get a dunk off. That's where I feel like paint defense has improved. But I truthfully feel like my paint defense in this gameplay was on such a low difficulty that they were just able to green pretty consistently. I mean, even myself, like you saw a lot of those timings. It was my first time using layup timing. I messed up a lot and I was still getting greens basically on like literally a 60% bounce back bar. Speaking of greens, my boy Iggy Mo just greened another layup as well. All of my teammates, the other team, all of us have our meters on because at this event, they did not allow us to change any settings. We weren't able to change our jump shot timings. We're stuck with default jump shots. We have default animations. I don't even have dunk animations on right now, as well as layup animations. I have a default free throw. So that's one thing to take and note with this gameplay as well. But right there, we're able to get a stop in the paint. That is a very good sign. Last year, I feel like I would have gotten boomed on, no matter the situation. But there is a devil's advocate side to that. When we see contact dunks equipped and all these other things, is dunking in the paint going to be good again? That's a really good question for on launch, but I definitely feel like this 7-2 build is going to be a great build for the 5s on launch. And then for the 3s, I'm probably going to go with a 6'11 or a 6'9 of some sort. I do have tons of builder gameplay, so I might throw together a build for you guys prior to launch that I'm going to be using in the park. If not, that's something you can expect on the actual launch of the game. A lot of YouTubers lately have been wasting y'all's times with their builds. I'm not going to lie. I sat yesterday on Twitch and was kind of just watching everybody's build videos. And a lot of these guys are not putting pass accuracy in these builds. Guys, you need to be able to pass the ball in this game. With how good defense is, you're going to get stopped and you're going to need to involve your teammates. If you don't have at least a 75 pass accuracy, you are not going to be able to move the ball around the floor. On top of that, another note for my centers, the lower you go in height, the more strength you're going to need. So yeah, I can get away with 75 strength at 7'2", but as my build got shorter, my strength didn't feel as impactful. So as you get shorter, you want to go up. If you're down in that 6'10" range, you're going to want to at least have 85 strength and a higher interior defense. That way you can compete with those random taller 7'3", 7-foot post scorers. They're going to pull up and try to drop step you, especially on the 2s in the park. This is going to be a post scorer heavy year. That's right, I said it. Post scorers are back. They are going to be very dominant this year because post scoring is tied directly into attributes. There's no more post takeover. Post takeover is tied to slashing takeover. So those finishing attributes are going to be huge this year. On top of that, there is a new contest system. Now, if you jump at somebody and they get you in the air, on the way down, you're not going to be contesting their post fade. So pump faking as a post scorer is going to be viable for the first time ever in 2K history. Let's move to another topic real quick though, because I do want to get your guys' opinion. I've been having the ear of some developers lately, and I feel like I came up with a very good idea to save the rep system this year. So if you guys didn't know, rep is back. Rookie to top 10. Now, that doesn't mean the final rep is top 10. The final rep is actually going to be Veteran 3. Now, after Veteran 3, the top 10 Veteran 3s are going to be on a leaderboard where they get rewarded with cool in-game prizes for their character. Once you drop out of the top 10, you no longer have those abilities or prizes that come with being a top 10 player, so you have to maintain it for the entire year. That within itself sounds like a job, so I'm probably not going to be grinding for the top 10. But the biggest thing that screams to me is I'm worried that there is going to be boosters. So I came up with this solution. Now, I know this is a build video. I'm sorry for ranting about this, but I really want to get your guys' opinion. My solution is rookies and Veteran 3s essentially are like players in the NBA. A rookie player is going to struggle to beat LeBron James in a 1v1, or even LeBron James and Anthony Davis in a 2v2. So that rookie player should get a bigger reward for beating them in the park. That means they get extra rep. Also, I feel like that would fix our park problem where if you're not some known creator, you can't get back-to-back games. But if rookies hop in a park and they say, hey, yo, this guy's an all-star too, we get this much extra rep for beating him, let's go play him real quick. That's going to keep people from dodging games in the park. That's going to bring back the excitement, the ability to, hey, yo, I just got back home, man. Look who I beat today. Like, that's exciting. I feel like that would bring back the aspect in the park that is competitive, where you actually want to play people that you think are quote unquote better than you at the game because you're getting a cool reward for beating them. And then also that's rewarding for the guys that are grinding the game. Now they don't have to hop into a park and be like, well, I'm not going to get no games today, so I might as well go play rec because we can't get a 2v2 or 3v3 game because I'm a Veteran 3. Now Veteran 3s are going to be able to get games as well. Yeah, they're not going to get as much rep for beating that rookie. They're going to get less rep, but they're still going to be able to play the game. Now, how is this going to stop boosters? It's simple. A booster is going to play back-to-back games against rookie ones because rookie ones aren't getting a lot of rep for winning. And also, they're getting less rep for beating rookies. So somebody who's playing legitimate games aren't going to be playing rookie ones every game when they're winning. They're going to be playing other reps. So they're naturally going to get more rep than the guy boosting. I really don't know how this is going to partake in events. Events is a whole nother story. I really don't have the solution for events besides 2K just needs to be more aware of who's boosting and who's not boosting when people are reporting it. I don't know how we're going to fix events, but I feel like that is definitely a key for fixing rep and making this rep race important. Okay, on the topic of rep, let's talk about how I think the best way to get rep this year as a center. Center, you got to focus on your teammate grade, getting rebounds, setting screens. A good screen gives you a teammate grade boost, as well as good shot contests under the rim, and just scoring the ball in general, as well as knocking down your free throws when you're in a 5v5 setting. That gives you an extra teammate grade boost. Overall, I feel like this center build was absolutely dominant in the 5v5 setting. I mean, who's dropping 22 points and 20 rebounds against good competition? We're playing Doom. We're playing Uncle Demi. We're playing Tiller. We're playing valid players. These guys all have 80 to 90 win percents. Their guard was in the 2K league. So was my guard. My teammates are all very good players. I'm playing with Iggy Mo, Tough NYC, and Tea Time, as well as Fanta at guard. So this was very competitive, good players that we're playing against. Also, in the game prior to this, I showed this in my last video, we played grinding, we played solo, we played double, we played your boy Tonio, we played Trey Riggs. We beat some very good players in game 2, with this same lineup. So I feel like this build was very well tested. I'm able to grab offensive rebounds and go back up. I do miss my first free throw because I don't understand my free throw timing with the meter, but I was able to knock down the second free throw. And as you can see, we're up 28-7 right now. We're feeling good. We're about to go into half. If we win this game, we get our logo. It's exciting. This is definitely something that, hasn't been done before. There's never been a logo tournament at Community Day. So I thought that was a really cool way for them to implement us actually being able to test our builds that we're making in the builder. In years past at Community Day, we've really only played the builder, maybe a couple of games of the Jordan moments and quick match. There's been nothing else. And we went into the blacktop and we play each other in blacktop. That was it. Blacktop was not available in this game, but we were able to go into the builder, load into the rec, play some quick match, and play the Mamba moments. I thought they did a phenomenal job of allowing us to test the game at Community Day this year. But overall, that's basically going to do it for everything I got to say. I don't want to talk your guys' ears off. I've been very straight to the point. You guys seem to really love it in the last video when we didn't do an intro. We just bang, bang, we jump right to it. So I'll ask you guys to drop a like, drop a comment for your boy. We'll see you in the next video, man. Enjoy the gameplay. I got 15 more minutes of this, a good second half. I hope you guys enjoy 2K24 as much as me. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Coming, ball coming.